Hey guys, this is Mr. Myesis here, and this video I want to go over how to create a dot plot and a relative frequency histogram using data and using the TI-Nspire. So we love the TI-Nspire here at Myesis Math. Don't forget to subscribe, Myesis Math on YouTube. Okay, so anyway, we're going to create dot plots and relative frequency histograms using our TI-Nspire, which is pretty easy to do actually. So let me show you how to do this. So here I have this this problem here where I'm going to create, and this is just a set of data, and if you know me, Mr. Myesis, you know how much I believe context is like the most important thing in statistics, right? You have to be able to deal with context, and as you know, I don't have any context. You know what? Let's add some context here. Let's say that these are heights. Let's do height. Oh no, let's do these. These are going to be weights. Weight of what weighs 60 pounds? I don't know. Weight of let's say baby pigs or little pigs. Weight of little pigs. Or I don't know. Some of you that are out there that are ag majors or ag students, you might disagree with me that those are the weight of little pigs in pounds. Maybe they weigh more, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not. I don't know much about agriculture in terms of raising pigs. All I know is math and statistics. So hopefully that makes sense in context. If it doesn't, leave me a comment and say, hey, this is better as little, I don't know, little dogs or animals or something. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a dot plot and a relative frequency histogram for these data. So I'm going to take these data and I'm going to enter in. Now, if you're using a calculator, you do not have to order them from least to greatest. You're going to want to order them from least to greatest if you're not using a calculator, but the calculator can deal with all of that stuff, find the median and so forth without needing that. So let's go ahead and create these. So I'm going to open up a new page, and I'm going to, Control Doc. That new page is going to be a data and a list and spreadsheet first. We got to enter in our data. So list and spreadsheet. And on A, I'm going to call this weight. Okay, weight. Weight, enter, weight. Okay, click down on that. You don't want to click in this little box here, by the way. And then we're going to enter in all our data here. Oh, that's not what I want to do. So I'm going to need to enter in each one of these separately. So give me a second to enter those in, and we'll be right back. And we're back, and I fill these in, 56, 65, all the way to 68. So we've got 15 pieces of data, and we are now going to draw our diagrams. So what we're going to do is we're going to Control Doc. So we're going to add a new page, and we're going to add a data and statistics page. Data and statistics page, and look at this. We got random dots here. That is not a dot plot, guys. That's just a bunch of dots. All right, so what we need to do is we need to have a variable down here. So we're going to scroll down where it says click to enter. Click or enter to add variable. So we're going to click. We're going to add our variable weight. And look at the magic. Wow. Do you see that? That's beautiful. So there we go. We have our dot plot. Easy as that, folks. So if you're in an AP Stats class, then all you have to do is copy this picture onto your paper. What? Exactly, because you get to use your calculator the whole time in AP Statistics, so you just copy it over on your paper. Now, if you're not in AP Stats class and you're just a statistics student at a college, then at least this allows you to check your work, right? Because you're going to need to be able to draw a dot plot at some point. Dot plots are nice and quick, but a lot of times we want a histogram. So we're going to change this dot plot into a histogram. So in order to do that, we're going to hit Menu. So over here, we're going to hit Menu, Plot Type. Now, plot type, it's going to allow us to change it into these different types of plots. A box plot is the box and whisker plot, right? So we'll get to that later on. So if you want to take a look at a box plot, we can do that. A histogram is what we want. So we're going to click on the histogram, and it's going to give us a histogram. Now, it starts at frequency. I asked for the relative frequency. So relative frequency means turn this into percentages. So we're going to turn this into percentages. So we got to go to Menu again. Menu. and we're going to go to plot properties this time, and we're going to change our histogram properties. Now, in our histogram properties, we get to do a lot of things. We can change our histogram scale, which in this case we want to. We want to change it to percent because we're doing relative frequency. So there we go. Boom. Percent. Notice here we have our percentages now. This is our relative frequency. You can click on this and pull it down if you like. Okay, I'm going to pull it down to where it says 30. Where was it? 30. There we go. No, I like it like this better. Okay. AP Statistics students, all you have to do is copy the picture. Now, I caution you. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bars and some gaps here. A lot of times, the calculator is not going to give you the nicest, cleanest histogram. We want a cleaner histogram than this. So sometimes we have to change these bins. These bins are not the ones we want. We want something that's a bit smaller. We got a couple ways to do that. You can take this, grab it, and move it like this to see more things. That'll show you more things. You can take these and move them like that, but you know what? I don't want to do that. I'm going to show you what we're going to do in just a second. This is a better way to do this. Go to Menu, then to Plot Properties, Histogram Properties, where we were last time. Bin Settings. Okay, so bin settings, we're going to equal bin width. They're already equal bin widths, so we're going to make sure that they're equal bin width. So the width right now is 1.1. I'm going to change these. I'm going to change these to be bigger widths. Now, a bigger bin width means that my rectangles are going to be fatter. Right? They're going to include more values. Right now, they include, like, the width is only 1.1. So from here to here is only 1.1. I want to make this wider so I can catch more in a single rectangle. Okay. The alignment, I'm not sure you really need to change the alignment, so we're just going to change our width. We're going to change our width to 3. So notice now we have more rectangles, right? We don't have 3 rectangles. We have a width of 3. I'm going to need to bring this guy down so I can see the whole thing. All right, so there we go. We've got a bit of a nicer histogram now. We can see the shape of the histogram. If I wanted to change this to a bin width of 2, I can do that. That might be even better. Let's try that. Bin width of, bin settings equal bin width of 2. All right, that's not bad. That's actually, I think that's a little bit better. So I think we're going to keep this one. So sometimes you just got to kind of play with what you want your bin widths to be. If your professor is telling you, please make your bin width size 2, then you know, right, from 54 to 56, this would be your bin width size 2. If you want a certain number of bins, then you got to figure out what the range is. The range here is 54 to 69, which is a range of 15. A range of 15 divided by 2. So, or you take your range, which is 15, and you divide that by the number of bins that you want. So let's say we wanted 5 bins. That means we would need 3, and then we have a bin size of 3. Well, if I change this to a bin size of 3, we'd have 5 rectangles is really what we want to do. In this case, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rectangles. Because we have 15, that really doesn't divide evenly. We'd have to round up to 16, so it gives us 8 bins. So that's if we wanted to know, if we want it, like if your professor or your teacher says, I want a histogram with 6 bins. That's how you would have to figure out what the width was. If your professor says, hey, I want a histogram that has bin widths of 3, then you can easily do this in the calculator and change it to 3, all right? But sometimes you just got to play with it so you got a nice picture. The picture that you start with might not be the best picture, guys, all right? So what did we go over in this one? I showed you how to create a dot plot. Menu, plot type, dot plot. Boom. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Menu, plot type, histogram. There's a histogram. Remember that it defaults to frequency. We wanted relative frequency, so we changed the plot properties to histogram scale percent. Now we got percent. There you go, guys. Making histograms and dot plots. We'll see you next time. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe.